can't believe I solved it. Skiddly-doo-bow-bow. So, what did I solve? The issue was creating a while loop or a do until loop in n8n. So this particular project, I needed to generate about 30 Google Docs to test something for a client. And so you can see here, I've got this folder that says one doc in it, and I need to recreate this doc and do it 30 times. But I didn't want to have to sit in n8n and then press test workflow 30 times. So here's the solution, and you can apply this to any workflow. So the solution is to create a couple of set nodes and then an if node. And also shout out to Jeremy from France, who gave me a big help in figuring this out. So you can see what you need to do is prior to your workflow starting, so whatever logic that you're using that you want to create, right, and here's the logic, you need to add 3 nodes. This is the piece that's a little bit tricky. You need to add an initializer, right? This is where you're going to like create the variable, and then you're going to increment the variable by 1. And then over here in the if node, you're going to check this initial variable here, the I. And so the way you can see, I'll just open these up so you can see how they look, how they're mapped. So we have it set as a number. I, that's just, if you're not into programming at all, I is just the variable that's used, the letter that's used to represent like an incrementer. That's what the I stands for, but we're going to set it as 0. And then if we move into the next node, you can see we're going to take, and it's important that it's written like this and that they're one after the other. We're going to take json.i, and essentially the JSON piece, what it's doing is it's just calling this here. It's calling the most recent node. So JSON or $JSON.i plus 1, and you can see that's going to output the number 1 for us. You can see that there. I'm going to go back to the canvas so you can see this. But then when you increment your I after it goes through the if node, and so the if node here is calling on our initial I node that I mentioned, we're going to increment the node or increment the I like so, and we're going to be calling on this particular I. But because in this set node we have JSON.I, it's going to work. It's going to call this other node here.